Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In my channel, I would like to share how I try to change different aspects of my life and get to experience more things. I've seen some YouTubers doing those changing my life in 6 months videos and showing their updates, and I find this kind of content really interesting. So I wanted to try something similar myself. And other than that, I just want also to be able to document more my life. So in this video, I would like to take the time to share more about what are my goals, what are my objectives, what are the things that I wish to accomplish. I know it's the start of a new year, and usually that's the time where everybody is taking New Year's resolutions, me included. I've been doing this for years, but unfortunately, I never really managed to hold them through the year. But I feel like last year something did change, although I didn't manage to reach completely the goal that I set at the beginning of the year. So the first thing I would say is I started to be more intentional about my goals. Usually I would be really motivated since it is the beginning of the year and I want to do my objectives. Then after a few months, I lose motivation and often I completely stop doing my objectives. But last year, although I was not super consistent, I feel like I never completely lost sight of what it is that I want to accomplish. And that was actually a really big change for me because it meant that I never completely lose my focus. Second thing I did is I also tried to review more what I am doing through the week. I realized how important it is to have an idea of what I am doing through the week. Otherwise, time flies, and by the end of the year, I really do wonder how I spent my time. And so, having those moments where I review what I do is really helpful to see where I am going and continuously see where I can improve myself. Third, I've come to the realization that I set completely unrealistic goals to myself. There are many things that I want to do, and it is amazing, but I have to accept that I cannot do everything at once. I need to set out my priorities and understand that learning things takes time, and also that if I want to learn things to a certain degree, I cannot do I cannot do everything. I just can't. Lastly, I now understand that I should not set yearly or really super long-term goals for myself at the moment, because last year I set yearly, quarterly, monthly goals with weekly and daily tasks, and I almost didn't manage to do anything. Part of it is because, as I said previously, I set unreachable goals for myself, and this is pretty discouraging. And I was continuously reporting things to another quarter, another month, etc. And this is just not a good way to set up a plan. Now, instead of setting yearly goals, I told myself, I know that in the future I want to be able to put on makeup, to speak Korean fluently, to be better at playing the piano. I know I want to do all of those things, but I don't know when it is going to happen, and it is completely fine. Instead of working per year, I will give myself phases where I work on certain different areas where I want to get better at the moment. The goal being that I need to pass one phase to go to the next one. And since right now the kind of person that I want to become is still pretty difficult to grasp, and I know I have an idea, some kind of direction where I want to go, it's going to be more effective for myself to be able to reassess more frequently where I want to go, what I want to do, and from there on define the next phase. What I can say for sure is I want to be the kind of person who gets to experience a lot of different things and who tries a lot of things and who is very knowledgeable in the domain that interests them. That's what I know. And for now, the first thing I know I need to become this kind of person is I need more discipline. Hence, the focus of this first phase will be to get better basic habits. So those basic habits I want to have are fixing my sleeping schedule. During the week, I want to go to bed at 10 p.m. and wake up at 5:30 a.m. And during the weekend, go to bed at 12 a.m. and then wake up at 9 a.m. Of course, I can go to bed earlier if I want, but the goal is really to have something that is more consistent so that I can get 7:30 to 8 hours of sleep every night. Second, cut down on snacking. I can have one snack every day at 4 p.m., but not really more. And then there is one day during the week where it's more relaxed. I can snack a bit more if I want to. Drink 1 liter of water per day. Cut down on sweets, candies, completely. I cannot eat candies anymore. Be more consistent about house chores and meal prepping, so that I ensure that each week at lunch I can eat really good meals. Of course, I will have days where I cannot reach those objectives, and it is completely fine. We are not waiting for perfection, but for consistency. And the general rule will be for myself that I can fail 2 days in a row, but I should try to avoid failing more than that. Like 3 times, it's already too much. So that I can build real consistent habit and really tell myself that if I can do the thing, I should just do it. Outside of that, I still have skills that I want to keep learning because I already started them. So in this list, I want to keep learning Korean. So I want to study Korean for 1 hour every day, listen to 40 minutes of a podcast in Korean, and do my flashcards in Anki. I also want to play the piano for 30 minutes every day. I want to post weekly on YouTube and journal every single day. And I also want to make weekly reviews, and every single day take the time to look at what are my tasks in Notions and also what is in my agenda for the day, and track all of my habits daily. So the idea for these goals is contrary to before, where I would say, oh, I want to reach unit 4 in Korean by X month. This time around, I'm like, okay, I don't have this kind of definite goal. I just need to study, to do the things for the set amount of time I give myself. Right now, in this first phase, it's more about taking action rather than really trying to reach some kind of really set up definite goal. Tourism for this first phase, for now, I want to get better basic habits and keep learning the skills that I already started learning. This first phase in my mind should be something like 3 months. I feel like it is a good time frame to build good habits, or at least that's what internet says. And probably starting month 2, I will make some changes in some habits. Like for instance, I probably will increase my water intake from 1 liter to 1.5 liter. And I will surely document all of this on my YouTube channel here, and eventually on Instagram, maybe if I start this too. And I am also going to share about my experiments, mini challenges. I eventually also want to vlog sometimes because I really like this kind of content also. So stay tuned for my next video.